So we just went through a basic video on how to talk about how we are marked by God and how each one of us has received an indelible mark on our souls. In this short video, we're going to talk about how to speak to younger children about this reality so that they can understand that they belong to God. Now, the very first thing is have one of the children bring their favorite toy to you. So bring something that is so special to them that they know is theirs and that they treasure with all their heart. Let me grab something real quick for you. Now, this isn't necessarily a toy, but it is a little teddy bear that I got actually when I was in college, in seminary. This was sent to me from my sister-in-law, Kelly, with the picture of two of my nephews right in the center. Now, I know this is mine because I've had it for many years, but also because I see the face of my two nephews in it. And each time I look at it, it reminds me of that I'm loved by them, that I was cared for by them. And that Valentine's Day, she sent it to me just to remind me of these sorts of things. Now, with many of your kids, when they find these toys, they know it is theirs. They know that this item belongs to them. Now, then move the discussion a little bit different about talking about who they belong to, who your kids themselves belong to. Now, you might talk about how whether they're adopted or they're your own children, how they have become part of your family and that you care for them and you love them. You call them son or daughter, which means that they belong to a family. They belong to something more than themselves. Now, if possible, you might notice the similarities in their appearance of how they might look similar to you. And also whether that be their eye color or their nose. You can also, with a hug, tell them that you will love them no matter what. And you'll always care about them and that nothing can change that. Now, a really cool reference you could use in sharing this lesson is actually from the original story, the original movie, Toy Story. So if you have Disney Plus, it could be something that you watch together. But if you remember at the very beginning of the movie, Woody, who is one of the main characters, who's the cowboy, shows that on his foot, now I don't have it on here, but on his foot it has Andy's name, which is the name of his child that he's called to care for and love. And it's a reminder always that he has been marked with the image of his creator, or the image at least of his master. Now, this is a beautiful way of looking in how all of us share the image of God, who cares so deeply for each and every one of us. So we can talk about how in baptism, God has first marked us, and then in confirmation, he's marked us again. You can talk about how your child was anointed with chrism on their forehead, and the mark actually wasn't just there, but it went all the way into their souls. And then at confirmation, when they're confirmed later on, they will be confirmed to live out a special mission in the church. But they'll bear God's mark on them for the rest of their lives and even into eternity. This is the idea. Even when they go to heaven, they will have this mark on their souls. So even though we can't necessarily see it, we know it's real. Even though we don't have the eyes necessarily to look at invisible things, we know that it's there. So this reminds us that we belong to God, that we are his, and he will love us forever, just as our parents are always called to love us. Hopefully this can help as you are preparing your kids for these various lessons. God bless.